Be passionate about what you care about, but you don't have to tear somebody else down to get your way, or even if you're right or you think you are. We have to figure out how to create a different level of civility here in our own community and the Commonwealth and the country. I came from Mississippi, where I grew up and where my family still lives. I came here in 1987 to attend Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, where I graduated in 1991. I have had multiple awakenings in my life, and I had at least a couple while I was in seminary. And the first one was, as I mentioned, learning about the women in theology, that women were property. And that's why you take the man's name when you get married. And not that women get to do what they want to do. I make no judgment. What I knew for me, though, at the time was, I had my daddy's last name, loved my daddy. I love my mother, too. And I wanted to honor her, too. So I actually went through probate court and changed my last name and took her last name. Language and words and all those things are important to me. And so it was a small thing, but for me it was pretty important. Being in the School of Social Work, being a macro social worker, I learned to love and advocacy. Even though I never thought I'd run for office, it's sort of a natural fit that I ended up in office because advocacy and marching on Washington and locally is really where I have my deepest roots. What I would say I kept coming back to was the plight of women and wanting to advocate for girls and women. It's possible, but not likely. You really can't be what you don't see. You can't imagine. You can imagine what you can be if you don't see it. So I'd like to thank the Center for Women and Families for this distinguished honor and for the good and great work that you do in our community. And also especially for Joy Seymour, the whip, for her longtime friendship and support. None of us gets here alone. I stand on the shoulders of many, many people, too many to name, but I will take a moment. For those elected officials like David Karam and Mary Lou Marzian, Melissa Mershon and Scotty Green. For those community leaders that I stand beside and walk behind, those young leaders like Representative Couture Herron and Senator Cassie Chambers Armstrong and Shamika Parrish Wright. To other community leaders like Sue Speed, Susie Post, Dolores Delahanty, and Maddie Jones. And especially I want to say a thank you to my family. That includes my dearest friend, Jane Rosie Petts, the love of my life, Laura Ryan, my spouse of 23 years, and to my family in Mississippi, especially my mother, Sue Ward-Pugh, and my two sisters, Dana and Lana. They are truly steel magnolias. I love you all. Thank you.